A lot can change in 10 years. 10 years ago, I would never imagine that I would be spending time in a place like this, working. 10 years ago, I was still working as a podiatrist for the NHS, and in fact, as I video this, it's pretty much exactly 10 years to the day since I left the NHS as a team leader and went fully into private practice and finished off my master's degree. So a totally different profession in 10 years. And 10 years ago, I wouldn't have believed that I would be talking to a camera like this in public, talking about things which are very important to me. And I certainly wouldn't have expected that I would be spending most of my days not using anger to communicate with the entire world. Because it's almost a decade since I started to sort out this emotion which had been sat with me for so long. And I know this has nothing to do with speaking, and it has nothing to do with hosting, and it has nothing to do with speaker coaching, or possibly underneath all of that, it has everything to do with it. Because it was me getting on top of changing my relationship, having a much better relationship with my emotions and anger, which allowed me to do the things that I get to do now. It saw me standing on the stage in 2018 and talking openly about it, being more vulnerable, being able to just do things in a different way. So one of the things to expect this year is a lot of more introspective stuff from me, where I am thinking more deeply about what's changed in the last 10 years, because that's a huge thing. Probably talking more about anger and talking more about the effects on me. And with my TEDx coming up in March, probably a little bit more about men's mental health. I'm also conscious that in talking about that stuff, I don't want to muddy the waters on the other stuff that I do, because it's very easy on social media or LinkedIn and places like that and in your marketing to confuse people with too many messages. I know what I do, I know the work that I do, I know how I deliver it, but this stuff which has changed for me in the last 10 years is a huge part of that. It's a huge part of the base, it's a huge part of the stuff which sits underneath and everything else is built upon. A lot can change in 10 years, and for the obvious little bit at the end, which is the engagement bit, to get you to comment down below, what's changed for you in the last 10 years? And why is that important to you? Let me know down here, or don't.